Well, obviously we've got the two suspended. Baz was in having treatment yesterday. We'll take a view of him later on today. You know, they're not training until 1ish again, so they can have a rest. We're trying to actually, with the medical people, put in place a system where the players can rest as much as they possibly can, because of the amount of games that they're playing and being asked to play, and the travel and everything else. So, you know, the preparation in respect of what we do off the pitch is almost as important as what we're doing on the pitch at the moment. It's, you know, it's ridiculous that we've had 5 players sent off. That's not good enough. You know, we've talked about it, and hopefully we can eradicate the, you know, the poor decisions that players are making at times, and that obviously I've had 2. I've had the Windass one and obviously Shaw, which were 2 poor challenges, and challenges you cannot make today. And the lads, you know, have got to be responsible for that. You can't justify their actions once they cross the line. They've got to play in a way that they know is compatible to the rules. And you know, if they don't, they get punished. And those 2 have been punished because they, you know, they've been reckless in. I know it's split seconds and everything else, but they have been reckless. And losing the young lad is a disappointment. I quite like him. I think he's got a very, very good temperament, and he's got good feet for such a big lad. He's got really, really good feet. Yeah, he could be a good player, but hopefully he'll learn by that challenge and that incident.
Tony, just how challenging is it to come to a club a third of the way into the season when the games are every 3 or 4 days and you've got to handle these mounting suspensions and injuries?
Looks like my garden out there with all the grandchildren, all the stuff you've got in there. Yeah, it's difficult. It is really, really difficult. I think the worst thing about it is that, you know, we've had the injuries and the suspensions. You know, I've still not had that group, even this group, settled enough to go, well, this is my best 11, and let's give them, you know, a group of games to show that they are the best 11, and maybe, you know, change 1 or 2, but keep the basis there. So that's been a bit of a disappointment. But, you know, yeah, as I've said, you know, there's been lots of good things. The players are a good group, and they work tremendously hard, and they've shown they work tremendously hard. Yes, I think everybody can see there's weaknesses within the group. I think everybody can see that we need to improve in certain areas, you know, if we're going to get out of this situation. And, you know, we've got to be patient with that. You know, over the next 3 or 4 weeks, there's a lot of games coming up, and we've got to get and glean as many points out of those games as we can.
How much character has been shown in these last few games, really, to get a point against teams that, in fairness, are at the top end of the table? They're the teams that you expect are going to be competing there at the end of the season as well.
Well, it's shown that they've got the spirit, and it's shown that they've got the togetherness, which is nice. And you know, like I say, I thought the other night, you know, that we were pretty comfortable. We got the goal. Patterson had missed another chance with another header. And the longer the game went on, you know, I thought Reading would get more and more frustrated, more and more stretched. And, you know, when you've got good pace in the team, then, you know, you can exploit things. It wanted to be. We get down to 10 men. I was disappointed after Shorey was sent off. I thought we really took a step back for 10 minutes of that first half. And like I said to him at half time, you know, it's still 9 against 10. It's not as though you're playing against 15 players or anything. That the mentality has to be a lot stronger than that. We made the 3 changes, changed things around a little bit, made sure that they understood what we were trying to achieve. And then second half, and we rode our luck a little bit as well. And you need that. The second half, you know, what they put in, the effort they put in was absolutely fantastic.
Is every point a point gained until the new year? And then when you can go and help this group, especially with the players out at the moment that you've got out?
I think every game that we're going into is a game where we're looking to win if we can. I think every game that we go into, we have to be positive that if we are collectively together, that the team can beat a team of individuals, and that's what we've got to feel, and that's what we've got to do. And their response, like I say, over the 4 games has been excellent. It's been very, very good. There's games, I think, if we'd have had a little bit of good fortune or a little bit of luck, we most probably could have won. But it's not to be. So we have to keep grinding in and grinding and grinding until we get to that stage where we are comfortable that we're not only just strong enough defensively, but we're also potent enough at the top end of the pitch to cause people lots and lots of problems.
And while January will present an opportunity to add players, being honest, is it going to take at least a couple, if not more, transfer windows to get this squad to where you want it to be? And does that mean that this season it really is as simple as Sheffield Wednesday have just got to stay in this division?
I think the important thing is that we get everybody fit first. Even in this group, let's try and get Dunkley. Who's been it's been disappointed that we've not been able to get him close to it yet, but he's pushing on, and there's more positive signs there. Let's get everybody fit first and have a look, and fingers crossed in the next week or two, we could have that situation. Once we get that situation, then we'll see where we are going into the Christmas period. But I think the planning for the window and the opportunity that this month gives has to be laying a foundation where hopefully we can bring the players we need to give us the best chance, the best opportunity to climb the table. And
I know you're not going to want to look too far ahead to that, but is it about laying foundation? Is it about bringing players?
Oh, no, I've started now. Yeah, I've started. There's no secret. I think there's you have to be in front of the game, and we want to be in front of the game. Now, whether we can get the players, whether we can bring the players in, and I'll say this now as we talk, I think the squad will want to see 1 or 2 players come in. I think there's no doubt about that. They're a really, really good group of players, but they want to see the group enhanced with a little bit more quality, without a question of a doubt. And the chairman's obviously thousands of miles away, but the inclination from the chairman as well is that for me to have a good look at it and then sit down and talk to him about it, and then we'll go from there. And he's been very supportive at the moment. And when you look at what he's put in already, Rob, 350, what was it, nearly £350 million, is a hell of a lot of money over 5 years. So we've got to be a bit careful and a bit astute with the way we present stuff to him, because he has carried a massive burden over these years.